Yeah. Welcome to Love My Body, Love Myself. I am your host, Alicia Couri, and today is all about pageants. See, I dressed up just for the occasion. I even have my queen earrings on. So, we're going to talk about the pageant, about pageantry. I just came back from a pageant last night up in Phoenix, Arizona, and I want to chat with you a little bit about that. And I have a few guests with me today. So stick around, and this is going to be a fun and very informative show. Welcome again to Love My Body, Love Myself. I am your host, Alicia Couri, and today is all about pageantry, like I said in the opening. But before I get to that, I want to welcome everyone who is tuning in, who is watching. Please invite a friend, message your girlfriend, say, come on in and watch the show. So invite someone, grab a cup of coffee, a glass of wine, whatever it is that you enjoy at this time of night. And come on back and listen to this show. It's going to be really, really great. So those of you who are on Facebook, hello, Facebook. Thank you so much for joining us. I know we stream on multiple places on Facebook, so I will invite you to join our community over on Facebook, which is facebook.com/groups/LMBLM. And that's for Love My Body, Love Myself. So join our Facebook group. We are endeavoring to impact 100,000 women with this message of self love and body positivity. So we would love for you to invite people, join the group, and invite people to the group. If you're watching on YouTube, please, please, please subscribe to this channel. It's youtube.com/c/Alicia Couri. Subscribe to my channel. I have some great videos there for small businesses, for this show, Love My Body, Love Myself, and so much more content is on our YouTube channel for you to enjoy. So go on and subscribe to our YouTube channel. If you find that this information is valuable, in fact, this show, I really want it to be interactive. So if you find value in it, I want to hear from you. I want you to tell me who you are, where you're watching from. Even if you're watching the replay, because I do go back and watch the comments and comment and respond to your comments. So come on in. Let me know you're watching. If anyone or if I say something that has impacted you, please share that with us so that we can have a dialogue instead of just you watching me here. And to connect with me, I'd love for you to connect with me off, just the stream. Go ahead and connect with me on alicia360.com. That's all my social media. You can plug into all my social media channels there. And from there, you can also download my contact information, WhatsApp me, email me, message me, whatever it is that you like from that web site. So alicia360.com. This show is sponsored by Dare to Lead with Linda, and it is produced by it is also sponsored by Alicia Couri Inc., and it is produced by Red Carpet CEO. Uh, the Dare to Lead with Linda, so she is she's launching a new program for female leaders. So if you're a woman in leadership and you want to strengthen your leadership skills, she is launching a program starting in January. It's called Awaken the Leader. And she said, out of her 25 years of experience in leadership development, this is the best program that she has ever created. So go to bit.ly/ATL2021-2 to register. And if you register, or if you go to that link, there's a button there that says for you to have a private phone call with Linda. So click on that button if you have any more questions. She will make herself available to anyone that uses that link because she knows it came from me. So anyone in my network that uses that link can have a free session with Linda before the program starts in January. Alrighty. So all about pageants. So this weekend, I was at the Woman of Achievement pageant, and that's I won a title 2 years ago for that system, for that pageant system, and it's really a great system. I'd never been in pageantry before, so that was my first sort of ushering into pageantry. Was this Woman of Achievement pageant? But I've heard other women who have been in the pageant system. I've heard their stories of how different pageantry can be. And I wanted to do a show today just to kind of wrap up and recap and bring some of the women that were in the pageant to talk about their stories. Oh my goodness, the stories from these women, the platforms that these women are standing on are so powerful and impactful. It blows my mind. It really, really does. And so I wanted to share some of that with you, my audience, because I believe that what these women are doing and how they're showing up is um, needs to be recognized. So it's not just jumping into a pageant and putting on pretty dress and pretty earrings and looking beautiful. These women are really out there to make a difference in their communities. And so I wanted to have some of them on to talk about it. So, first of all, let me do a quick recap of what kind of went down. So, Brooke, if you can start like just sharing some of the photos, we'll just go down the list. So the crowns that were the titles that were sort of being awarded this past weekend. These are all the titles. There were 8 titles to be awarded. There were multiple trophies that were handed out for different accomplishments, for speech, for talent, for your platform, for Miss Congeniality, of course, and different, a lot of different awards were given. And so some of the women that were there. Let's move to the next photo. We did a photo shoot. We did an all black photo shoot, which was a lot of fun. As you can see, there was no um, meanness, no cattiness. Everybody was really like, this is genuine. These smiles and this laugh was genuine. There was nothing behind the scenes going on. It was really, really a lot of fun. The women connected and bonded, even though they were competing against each other. There was no competition. There was no that mean spirit of competition. Next photo. We all always were having a good time. We got Robin in the middle there, dressed as a cow, helping out one of her sister queens to do her talent. So she dressed as a cow because the talent was a cowgirl. So she was wrangling cows. So there's Robin, a legacy queen dressed up as a cow. Next, next photo. Oh, we're going to be talking to Cameron, who is there in that photo, and Susan was in the first photo. So, yep, these two ladies are here with me tonight. This was our first day there, and they, the reigning Mrs. U.S. Woman of Achievement is Lauren in the crown there, and the others were new delegates. So who were vying for that title, and some were Miss, some were Mrs. Um, Go to the next one, and that's Lena. Her talent, she did a hula dance that was so beautiful. It was one of my favorites, of one of my favorite talents, in addition to the person that is waiting in the waiting room for me right now. And finally, this picture is a beautiful shot. I know I have the ring light in it, but a beautiful shot of all of them holding their crowns before they place them on their heads, which was it's always so magical when we do that ceremony at the um, at the at the finals in the pageant. So I am going to now, we can bring up my 2 guests with us who just competed in this weekend's pageant. I have Cameron, who's coming up, and Susan. So we can bring them up and let's talk a little bit more about pageants. Hey, Cameron and Susan. Hi. Hey, ladies. So, let me start with Cameron. Um, Cameron, for her, oh, I still have the Awaken the Leader banner up. I did not pull that down. There we go. So, Cameron um, performed a talent at the event, and she sang and she like channeled Etta James. She was like, it was so beautiful. Oh, Dr. Nefertina's here too. There we go. We can pull Dr. Nefertina up in here too. Um, she was channeling Etta James. She sang so beautifully. But my first question is, Cameron, was this your first pageant that you ever did? And if not, tell me a little bit about the pageant you did before.
Sure. Well, thank you for saying that about my song. It's like one of my favorite songs in the entire world. Um, this was actually my second pageant. I competed for Mrs. Texas for America last year, 2020, and had a great time, met some incredible women. I came away with the Director's Choice Award, but nothing else. I was pretty much devastated, had some hurt feelings, but you know, gathered my composure, licked my wounds, and was on to the next thing. I really didn't think I was going to do another pageant. And then Woman of Achievement came up. Actually, Lauren Bantham, the reigning Mrs. US, she told me about it, and I was like, "Oh, Lauren, I just don't think pageants. I'm not cut out for it." And she was like, "No, no, no. This is different. You're gonna love it." So anyway, talked me into it, and here I am.
Yay. And how was this experience compared to the other one?
I absolutely loved it. I had no hurt feelings. I it's really hard to explain the difference, but the women, everyone involved with Woman of Achievement was just so welcoming. I forgot we were even competing against each other.
Yeah, it was a real spirit of a true spirit of love
Yes.
uh,
Somebody said it, I don't remember who, but somebody nailed it when they said, this is really more like a woman's retreat. And
yes,
that's what it was for me, for sure.
with crowns,
Yeah. Yeah, with all the bling.
with the bling. That's awesome. Thank you so much. And what does it mean for you to carry that state title?
It just means it makes me proud. It makes me look at where I started with pageantry 2 years ago to where I am now. Just my own personal growth. It's a reminder of that, and really just pride.
That's wonderful. What was your platform? Just share with everyone.
Sure. My platform is healthy living and positive body image.
Which is why you're on the show.
Yeah.
Hello.
I know. I was so excited to learn about your show. I was like, oh my God, I'm going to watch that every time it comes on.
Yes. Perfect. So what does positive body image mean to you?
Positive body image is how you feel and think and see yourself, not just physically, even though it's body image, but it has so much more to do with your mind and your soul and the way that you feel about yourself and the image that you're putting out there to the world.
Yes.
Yeah. So
Absolutely. And I loved your dresses, by the way. You know I did. You know
thank
that
you
dress
so
that you
much.
did. I wish I should have. I'm going to look for a picture of it, but I'm sure I have a picture of you singing. You know what? No, I was behind stage when you were singing, so I don't know.
Oh,
You might have to look.
I can probably find
Anyway,
you one. We'll do
I thank you so much. I know this was last minute. Thank you for throwing some makeup on and being here because you're like, I'm never wearing makeup again. So much.
my face said it needed a break. No, I'm happy to be here. Thanks for having me.
Awesome. So hang around. I'm going to come back around to you, but I want to chat with Susan a bit. So Susan, hi love, how are you? Let me see
Very
if she can hear.
well.
There we
Hi,
go.
Alicia. Alicia?
Hey,
Hi.
Look how gorgeous you look.
I just threw this all together.
Just threw it on. Like me, just
I
threw it
had
all
to do
together.
I'm
But
not the glamour girl. So
I know,
anyway.
but what made you decide to do this pageant?
When I was in high school, I got these Miss America pageant pamphlets, and I've looked at them, and of course, I was looking at the economics of joining a pageant, and didn't even dare ask my mother or my father about doing anything like this. And
Mhm.
I've always thought, being a model, they're so beautiful. There's no way I can compete. There's just no way. And I never wore makeup until I was probably well into college, college years. Didn't even know how to do mascara or lipsticks.
Mm.
My husband actually taught me how to do it because
Uh-huh.
he was he was into theater and arts, but he was a cellular molecular biology major. So
Oh,
anyway, he was just pretty talented with that. So he sort of showed me how to do it, and throughout the years, I just decided how to make my face look.
so and then how did this opportunity to be in this pageant come around for
Well,
you?
I've been looking at some of my friends. We're connected on Facebook, and I've seen one of the reigning queens, and I was like, I want to do that. I want to do that. I kept
Hmm.
telling myself that, but at that time it was 2019, in the midst of me searching for a kidney for my husband,
Right.
and I was somewhat broken. I was just like, we were all pretty much getting ready to give up because it was just me pushing my campaign.
Yeah, to
Um,
get a
well,
kidney for your husband.
and yeah, he
So
was
that was
not telling
your
me.
platform was about kidney, about,
Hmm.
you know, the things that you went through with your husband and in helping him to get a kidney. And oh my
Hmm.
goodness, you're from the West Coast, and
California.
you in California, and you found a donor all the way in South Carolina.
Yes. Yeah.
Wow, that
It
was
was amazing.
incredible. That
I
was
know.
an
I
amazing accomplishment for you.
I was like,
Are we wearing the same earrings?
are
Are we
we? Oh my
wearing
gosh, yeah,
earrings? Anyway,
we are
sorry. Smooth aside. But
twins.
yeah.
Cameron is actually one of my favorites. Um, I saw her up there, and I just so you know, I
Oh,
hate that song.
You hated that song, but she sang it though.
I know. But I said you did it so well.
oh,
But
thank
that's like
you.
one of my most ugh,
That's
songs.
hilarious. Well, I'm
You
glad you like
felt
my version.
But
you
you looked
felt that.
fabulous up there. And I had to tell you that, when you got on the stage, you were glowing. And I just had to tell you,
Sparkling.
I
Yeah.
just
Thank you
had to
so
tell you.
much, Susan.
Yeah.
Your speech was phenomenal, and I
Aw.
was cracking up. You are so
She's
funny.
funny, right? I
Yes.
know, but I know that she's been through, and that's one of the things I told Susan too.
Mhm.
I know that she's been through a lot with being a caregiver for someone who's on dialysis,
Mhm.
and you were there making the noises of the machine. She's like, who wants to hear that every night? Just like, but it was you made something that is was really difficult and
Mhm.
hard for you to go through. You
Mhm.
brought humor and levity to it that
Mhm.
we could appreciate. And you know and I know there were times during this pageant, especially with the opening number and different things, that
Yeah.
you were uncomfortable, but you kept that smile on your face. You kept a great attitude. And I told you, I just loved watching you because you always had like the biggest smile just to be there.
Mhm.
Thanks.
Yeah, you did.
I was laughing at myself.
Which is good. We have
I
to
was
laugh
like,
at ourselves
there is
sometimes.
no way I would, I just I've always had doubt about what I can do. And I think that negative self-talk is pretty debilitating.
Mhm.
But I always get myself out of that by smiling and then helping others smile at the same time.
I love that. And
Mhm.
some of the share with me some of the other platforms that really touched you, both you and Cameron. You can share what other platforms touched you.
Well, there was the firefighter. She's amazing.
Mhm.
I was
Andrea, right?
like, Andrea,
Yep.
yeah, I was like, I want to be a firefighter, except I really don't. But she made it like so awesome. It's such a masculine environment, and she is just rocking it. And I was like, wow. So yeah, loved
Yeah.
everything about her platform.
I love to Christina's with his little feet,
Yes.
helping the children, homeless children, get shoes and supplies that they need so that they can stay in school. You know,
Mhm.
that was really touching. And I was also amazed at how many women were standing strong for other women having gone through physical and emotional abuse.
Yeah.
There were so many women that went through that and have now turned that around and are now, whether it was from a spouse, a partner, a parent, they're using their platform to help other women either escape that violent violent environment
Mhm.
and to rebuild their self-esteem. So that's so important. That's so important. And then Aubrey, who was actually a sex slave, you know, she was freed from trafficking.
Yeah.
She had a
Yeah.
powerful story too.
Wow.
It was amazing.
Um, what else? Oh, Stacy, Mrs. Texas. You know I gotta represent Texas.
Yeah.
Really, she did. Hers was about bullying kids in school.
Kindness,
That
spreading
just
kindness.
that just really resonated. I was bullied a little bit um, in high school, and it really is devastating and can tear a kid apart. So I love what she's doing with that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Um, yeah, those are so the thing about this pageant, it's not just about, again, putting on the eyelashes and the tons of makeup and bling blingy earrings and fancy dresses.
Mhm.
It's really helping women um, do more
Mm-hmm.
with what they have. It's standing on a platform to help other women, giving them a hand up. And that's why I love this organization, because it's really there to help women, to boost women up.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. And I didn't really answer your question earlier of why I
Oh,
joined.
go
I'm
ahead.
like, I just went sort of just
You're free to
it.
answer.
Oh yes. The reason I decided I actually sought out the pageant um, because I needed more support. I
Hmm.
felt like 2019, my husband was not doing well, and I really needed more people. I felt, beautiful women, they get attention. Why not me? I can try it, whatever. If I don't make it, then
You're
I don't.
gorgeous,
Susan,
girl.
you are beautiful.
You are
Thanks. I
stunning.
try. Every day is a struggle. Um, certain days more takes more effort. Um, but I was wanting, I wanted to be in that in a group where I could actually make a difference, and it was not about beauty, which is why I finally decided this was the pageant for me. And I'm not like the runway height, 5'7". You know me, you've seen me, and I actually met people who are shorter than me, which is surprising. I was like, whoa. And I've met so many amazing women this weekend. Actually, I felt like it's a whole birthday week for me. It was like I've grown a year older and wiser, and gained a lot of friendships. I'm calling these my lifelong friends now, my lifelong sister queens and sash sisters for life.
Sash sisters, yeah.
Sash
Yeah.
sisters, yes.
Oh,
Yeah.
someone said you are beautiful,
Aw,
Susan,
aw, thank
and you
you.
make a difference. Oh,
Thanks. Well, I'm
yes.
trying to, yeah.
You are.
It's been very difficult with his illness and everything. We almost gave up, especially 2019. It was like the year. Oh my gosh! I was like, I don't know if we
And
can
then
make it.
COVID. So,
COVID put a
and then
wrench into
COVID
the
with Susan.
whole scheduling, and it was like, we had to wait another few months, and then he did finally get scheduled. A good thing he was able to hang on, but we were very close to the end where if you're on dialysis, some people can't make it through,
Yeah.
and
How's he doing now?
he's much better, much better. The house is still a mess, but who cares, right? I try not to care anymore about the house, and it's been a struggle to try to accept the way that I'm not a neat freak or anything. It's just I need things in this
Priorities. It's
right place.
priorities. Oh, Dr. Nefertina, we got her back.
Hi, welcome back.
Winner chicken dinner.
Yeah.
It's her turn.
So Nefertina won one of those crowns and one of those titles that I showed at the beginning. Whoop, whoop.
Whoop,
She is
whoop.
the ambassador queen for Women of Achievement. So have you come down off your high yet? Oh, she's driving.
Can you guys
She's
hear
having
me?
some. Okay, now I can hear you.
Hi, I can hear you. I heard the whole conversation with an listening while you guys were talking earlier and just listening to the amazing stories. Oh my gosh. Yeah, everyone's platform was awesome and amazing and very unforgettable. Every single person was
Yeah.
just unforgettable. So,
And your
yeah.
platform was marriages.
Marriages and families, rescuing marriages and families. It's a platform that doesn't get a lot of attention, but that's about to change because now I'm Ambassador Queen, honey, and you better believe I'm going to tell it from the rooftop everywhere I go because our families need attention. Our families need
Yeah.
attention today. We're still in the thing called COVID, and we understand that times are challenging and difficult for a lot of people, and families have taken a big hit in this time and in this season. So it's very important that we give way to the family and give some attention to what's happening with family right now.
And I know you're driving, so be safe. Be safe.
No,
as
I'm
you're
pulling
driving.
over actually.
Okay.
I just had to turn off the road so I could stop.
Good.
Yeah, I wanted to make sure I pulled over. So
Yes.
here I am. I'm in the car. So the lighting is horrible, ladies. Horrible.
This is
But here I am.
Movie
You're still
studio lighting.
fine.
Yeah.
This was last minute. Can you come on? I'm like, yeah, sure. But I didn't realize I was going to be on the road. But I'm visiting a very, very old friend of mine's of 30 years, one of my besties. And I feel like this was a great time right before the holidays. Yeah.
Nice.
So she lost her mom. I lost my brother, my baby brother last year. And so,
Yeah, you lost a lot through COVID. You have.
yeah, 13 family members. It was something.
It's crazy.
Yeah.
But through it all, God is good because you
Yes.
have maintained. And you've had a rough year too. You had surgery. You had a lot of family members lost, and you still have that beautiful smile on your face.
Double, God is good, and no matter what, through it all, He's able to keep us, to sustain us, and to help us through every difficult challenge time that we have in life. I know it feels overwhelming, and it just seems like sometimes there's moments where our breaths are taken away, but I thank Him because every day that I see a new day, I know that it's an opportunity to impact the world and to make a difference. So I try to wake up and show up every day that He allows me.
Like Rabbi Mata says. So my question to everyone, now that I have you on, is what did this pageant mean to you, and what did winning mean to you?
Wow, this pageant meant a lot to me because actually I've been participating and supporting the pageant for the past 3 years when I was diagnosed with diabetes. And so initially diabetes was supposed to be my platform, but God would have it to be so a series of events happen. It means a lot in the sense that it's an opportunity to just share more light in the world. It's an opportunity to share a wonderful organization, Women of Achievement, with other women, to let them know that they are worth it. They're more than enough. I'm a leader who leads other leaders, and I'm a leader that stands before leaders all the time. So I see women and men all the time with what we do, with our personal business, Covenant Rescue 911. And so I'm looking, being able to be a voice, a louder voice, a more present voice in places that maybe I would not have been given an open door. Now the door is open, honey, and I plan on walking through it.
So you have been in this system for 3 years because you were going to compete the year after I did in 20.
Yes.
You were going to compete in 2020, um, and then you had to have your surgery. And then Marlena said, "Compete now!" And Marlena just joined us. Hey, Marlena, compete now! Don't
Hi,
wait any
Marlena.
longer. So
Yes. Yes.
and I met you back in 2019, and you're just such a bright light and a spark, and I needed to be there to see you get crowned, because I'm like, I'm coming. If you're going to compete, I'm coming. And I ended up being there to see it happen, so I was
Oh
so
my
thankful to
gosh.
be there to
It
support.
was a pleasure and a joy to just see so many women that decided that, you know what, I this is my year, this is my moment, this is my season. And whether I come back with a second crown or not, the bottom line is I'm going to show up for me and every other me that's out there that needs someone to show up for them. This is the time when we have to stand alongside our sisters and brothers and support one another, like never before. This is the hour. This is the
Yeah.
season for that.
Well, Dr. Nefertina, thank you so much. And
You're welcome.
I'm gonna bring on Marlena. I'm gonna spotlight Marlena. She just joined us. Hey, Marlena, this is the fearless leader of Women of Achievement. You see, I dressed up
Woo,
Marlena. I
woo.
have on my gown, and I did my ponytail again because I thought that was so much fun to do. but but I want you to share with everyone why you created Woman of Achievement, um, and what makes it different from other pageants. Oh, I can't hear you. I is your Let's see if we can get volume. Make sure your mic's not muted on the computer itself. Oh no. Oh no. Yeah, because let's see. Nope. Check your Sometimes there's a button on the computer that has a microphone that might be muted. No. In the meantime, Cameron's going to sing for us.
Oh no, not that song.
No, okay.
Oh my gosh.
We're not going to put you. I'm not going to put you on the spot like that.
She did an excellent job.
Thank you.
I was telling her you shine like an opera singer, like when
Do you want to
you enter the stage.
call me,
Shine.
You're so
Marlena,
sweet.
and let me see if I can patch you through.
Oh, she can't get in. Oh no. Okay.
She's here, but she has no sound. Well, in the
Yeah.
meantime, I'm going to talk about my pageant experience because, like I said in the opening, this was the first time I've ever done a pageant, um, and much like Susan, I didn't. I grew up thinking there's no way I was not pretty enough, smart enough, or any of the enoughs to be in a pageant, tall enough, all those things.
You're taller than
And
me.
right, and so it seemed like something that was so far away from me, and that I resisted, and I resisted it for a long time because I couldn't see myself as that. And so I asked the women this well, before we all left, I asked Monday morning what winning means to them, what having a title means to them. And I heard words like it was an honor. I heard words like a rebirth. It was this is a new chapter in my life. I'm able to now, you know, um, explore things and do things that I never thought I could do now that I have this title. One person said that it's an opportunity for her charity to get more donations and funds. She actually got another several $100,000 donations. pouring in after she won the title.
Wow.
Yeah. So she got more money coming in because this title meant now she can this national title meant that now she has more credibility and she can step into that place as a pageant winner, as a queen, and receive more funds for her charity. I heard words like it really helped me to see what's possible for me that I thought was not possible. So, it was incredible. It's incredible what some people see as something that's frivolous, or, because we dress up in gowns and we have bling on, that it's superficial, but they don't get it. They don't get the impact that that crown has, even as a state um, title holder. That has impact. People see you in a different way. And I wish Marlena had sound that I could hear her because,
She says she's ready to call.
oh, yes. Call me. My phone's right here. Oh, she did call. Did you call me? Yeah. I don't know why I didn't hear it. There we go. So I'm going to put you on speaker and hope we don't get feedback. Okay, let me get feedback. Oh, sorry. I know that's not good. That's not good. Trying to troubleshoot on the fly here. Huh? Yeah, but I want them to hear her. Hi. Okay, so I am going to try again to put the speaker on and see if we get feedback. If not, I'll cut it off quickly. Okay, say something. Oh, mute yourself on your side.
I'm muted.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, thank you. You know what? I'll translate for you. You can say, and I'll just say it. She said, you ladies are doing a great job on the interview.
Thank you.
She said she loved what Nefertina said about this is our year and it's time to get our message out right now and not to wait. Um, tell everyone why you created this pageant. And I want to find a way for people to hear you. Maybe if I unplug my microphone. Do you have headphones, Marlena? Try your headphones. Plug the headphones into the computer and see if that works. I know. She's leaving to look for headphones. But in the meantime, like I was saying, this being a part of this is like a lifelong dream for some people, like Susan and me, that never thought we could ever be in a pageant, and then not just being in it, being able to excel in it. Um, and Marlena has made made that opportunity available for so many women to do that in a way that's not catty or stiff competition. That's really a supportive environment. So plug it in and see if that works. See if we can. Okay, you're plugged into the computer and we still have no sound. I have a feeling that the mic itself on the computer is muted. It's like one of the function keys at F4. No.
Control D, maybe?
Control.
Can you hear me?
Oh,
Yeah.
yes. Audio, yay!
Okay, can you still hear me?
Yes,
Yes.
we got you.
Okay, great.
Awesome.
Do I hang up the other line or just use?
Yes,
my-
I hung up the phone already, so
Okay,
you can
thank
hang that
you.
up.
I'm not a tech person. Can you
Oh,
tell?
That's why I'm saying I think it's a function key on your computer. Right. Yay.
So what do you want to know? I'm glad we all made it home because that was a crazy 4 days.
yes.
So I
Okay.
want to know why you chose to start this pageant system. What was in your heart to start this achievement pageant?
Well, I would hear. I've been in the pageant world for a long time, and I've held titles. I was Ms. California Galaxy, Ireland, Ethnic World. I was Miss Las Vegas, Clark County, in the Miss America system. So I've had a lot of titles. I was Miss Teen San Diego. But as we get older and we get into the women's pageants, especially the misses, the married, I would talk to women all over the country, and they would say, I have a really good platform, but they don't even ask about it in an interview, or they gloss over it. We only spent 30 seconds on it in the interview, or 1 minute. And I also found that in the married division, women over 40 that had a couple of kids were up against 25-year-olds newly married, and they didn't want to do that. They wanted to have an over 40 for the married and the under 40 together. It's very hard to beat someone when you're over 40 who's 23 and got a great figure. So I heard all of that, but the main thing was the platform work. They felt like they weren't getting recognized for what they were doing in the community. And they would say, they didn't even care. And I said, well, do they have a component for that? Are they going to judge on that? Is that part of the final score? Is that just kind of an ancillary item? So a lot of times it wasn't. And or you write an essay, but you don't get a table where you can talk about it and show it. So that's where I came up with the idea with putting that as part of the score as a separate item and having awards for that as well, cash awards. I just felt that women, the major Mrs. pageants, weren't really giving enough time on that topic on platforms. So that's the idea.
That's wonderful. And you were able to not just create that, but how were you able to create a system that is so supportive? Was that just a God thing?
It's a God thing. It's like no one's more surprised than I am. Um, but I think yes. I mean, I didn't. I threw the dice with Woman of Achievement. I was using a different trademark, but I own Woman of Achievement. But I thought corporations want to sponsor Woman of Achievement over a Mrs. US or whatever because that's a straight beauty pageant. When you say I run Woman of Achievement, do you want to support it financially? Who wouldn't? I mean, the name is great, and I got the trademark for it because I've had it for so long. But I really rolled the dice with it in the pageant world. I'm like, I don't know if it's going to go. Let me try. But the anointing comes from the head, comes top down.
Yeah.
So I'm attracting people who have hearts or faith or home-based women like myself. So I get a lot of those types of women, and they love each other. But I create a playing field, and then the people show up, and they make great sisterhood. It's just so unified. I'm sure everybody saw that this weekend, the unity with all the women.
Yes. Certainly did.
Cameron's nodding her head. I'm wondering what Cameron has to say. I'm curious.
Well, I was telling them earlier that it didn't even feel like a competition. I forgot that I was competing. I was like literally praying for my sister queens to win such and such or get whatever. So yeah, it was the unity it's just uncanny. And competed in Mrs. Texas for America the year before, and met a lot of great women that are beautiful and doing great things, but it wasn't the same. It wasn't as I don't really know how to just can't even explain it. You just have to go and
You just gotta
experience
be
woman
there.
to get it.
Yeah,
I
you
never
just don't
once
know
felt,
till you get there. Go ahead.
intimidated or afraid to approach someone else. Everybody was just open arms. And
Even
really,
the past winners
yes, I mean
have always been
everybody,
there.
everybody, and the vulnerability is there. You can see it in everyone, and it's just something I feel like personally I really appreciate because it helped me to better put myself out there. And we all have vulnerability, and we feel like we're supposed to hide it, and I like that woman achievement. That's nope, you be you, all of you, good, bad, ugly, everything.
And you also notice that we, at the end, I mean, in the beginning, we had the workshops. There was so much bonding before you even get to competition. And I
Right.
set it up like that. So there's a lot of friendships before you get to the competition part. There's a reason why it's set up the way it is. So that's great.
For sure. Genius. You're a genius.
No, but thank you. I don't know if we have to end, Alicia, but this was, I don't know if we're ending, but I just love it.
I showed this earlier, Marlena, with all the women holding their crowns.
Mhm.
Can you
I,
send me this picture? I'd love to have this.
yeah, I know the ring light's in the way, but
I don't care. It's super cool, actually. It
yeah,
looks great.
It's
yeah.
showing
So this is
Anthem.
before they put it on their heads.
I want this picture. It's great.
I'll
My
send.
my husband said that was really cool, and I was
Oh,
like,
he liked that, the crown
oh,
thing,
yeah.
the kismet.
Yeah, he did. He was like, that was actually really, really cool.
Yeah,
We do that
it
every
always
time.
gives goosebumps.
Yeah, yeah.
It's beautiful, beautiful. And then, and again, like I was saying at the beginning, I'm going to show this picture too. That this is not fake,
I love that
That was
picture.
fun.
right? That's not fake. That
Did you
these,
take that picture?
I
love
did take this picture.
it. Can
I
you
need
send it to me?
I need a photo.
I
I
that
need that photo.
I need that photo.
Right, that's Susan. There were there, and then I love Lena's dance.
Oh,
Oh
Oh,
my God, it really
Mhm.
touched,
She was very
really touched
that's
graceful.
me.
so awesome.
Hmm.
Mhm.
I have so many pictures, guys. I have like 200 pictures between my phone and my camera. I have so many
really?
pictures.
Because Lisa Sussman's been bugging me. I didn't know you had all those pictures.
Well, I've been sending her stuff. It's just
Okay.
she wanted specific things, so I'll keep
Yeah.
sending her. But I got some really great shots from wherever I could, like behind my laptop doing the Zoom, trying to get pictures. But it was such a great weekend. It was so much fun, and I really encourage if anyone's watching. And Marlene, do you want to give how people can if they want to try out for this pageant, if they want to find out more, how they can get in touch? Because, like I said, I threw this show together. I really there was no prep work involved. But if you want to share how people can learn more about the pageant.
Did Susan get to share?
Yes, Susan did share.
Great, great.
Yay. Her.
Womanofachievement.com, you can nominate someone right on the front page, right there. So you can nominate yourself, you can nominate a friend, married or single, any age, and we will get in touch with that person. You can say why you're nominating them, but there's a nomination button right on the front of the website. And they could always instant message me, but there's a nomination form on the website.
All right. So go nominate yourself or nominate someone else to be in the next Woman of Achievement pageant. You will not regret it. It's really a phenomenal. I mean, why have I been going back? I'm like Nefertina. 3 years I keep going. I'm not competing anymore,
Absolutely.
but I keep going back.
That's
So
great.
I have to wrap it up, but I want to give you ladies an opportunity if you want to share any last words about, and it doesn't necessarily have to be specifically about Women of Achievement or pageants. It could be about your platform or what it is that you want people to know, any of those things. So Cameron, I'm going to start with you. You were my first guest, so.
Um, this past week has been the whole year as my with my regional title has been incredible. But this past week was just, I don't even have words to describe it. The confidence that's been instilled in me just from being there and going through the pageant and talking to and meeting everyone that I did is I'm so ready for the holidays to be over so I can be on to my next big adventure. I'm like, all right, these people saw things in me that I didn't see in myself, and I'm ready to get out there and use it in the world, even stronger. So I'm just so grateful for the opportunity to have been a part of it, and like you, I'm sure I'll be flying in from now on just to watch. It's so,
And help backstage.
yes, give me all the work.
How about recompeting?
Yeah,
You can compete
probably.
again. You can compete again, you know.
I know. Next year, we'll just don't tell Travis right now.
Yes, give it a minute. But Tammy talked about 3 times, you know, 3 times being the
Yeah.
title.
4
She came
times.
back 4
4
times.
times.
She came back 4 times before she won the title.
Mhm.
So, you know, it's open to come back again. So for those of you, the website is going across on the ticker. If you want to find out more about Women of Achievement, just go to their website, womenofachievement.com. I'm going to move to Susan. If you have any last words you
Susan!
want to share.
You know, this was a great experience for me. I'm usually not the glam gal kind of, you know. I go to work and I try to stay hidden because I've been in trouble before where I'm too visible. So I just try to stay hidden. But I think now it's a little bit too late, you know.
The
The way
cat's
out
out of the bag. You
Oh
can't
well,
get back
if they
in.
see me, then I might be at events and they'll see me with my crown and sash, and that's okay. That's not what I do, right?
Yes.
Um, and I realized that I need to be true to myself. And after the show, you and I had talked, Alicia. It really got me pretty emotional because I felt like I was never really open about who I am, and because of the kind of work that I do, I couldn't really be open. And you know, in the environment that I was in, a lot of the coworkers were very competitive, and if they saw that someone was better than them or had earned more money than them, then I was like, or in those instances, I was the target, and I was often the target. Um, so the way I could better myself was just with education, and I thought that would put me in a higher level, but then higher level meant bigger target on me. So it was sort of like not working very well, just to be hidden and try to stay hidden. So I figured I'm my own. You know, after the whole pageant was over, and we talked, and I really accepted the fact that I am my own queen. I need to accept who I am.
Yes.
Otherwise, things are just not going to work out very well.
That's
Yeah.
so good.
You need
So
to
this
stand
was
up
great.
Own
strong.
it.
Thank you.
Own that, girl.
Own
You're
it.
amazing.
I
You're
have to.
amazing,
Right?
Susan. You're
Thank you.
amazing.
I have to accept that, and I was not accepting that for the longest time. And even with my husband's illness, I was struggling with this illness for about 12 years. Um, and I could only put on a really strong face, couldn't really share what was happening, you know. Even at the pageant, I wasn't able to share. So I felt like if I had been true to myself at the pageant, maybe my message would have come across stronger. So I'll make it better. I'll make it work. It might take me a couple of years.
And then you'll come back. And I'm looking
Maybe.
forward
We'll
to
see.
that
I had
because
to
we
write a
will
book
see a
first.
different Susan. We'll see a different Susan. We'll see a stronger Susan because Susan,
Yeah.
you know, you're really powerful. You got a lot in you, and we're gonna see that come out.
Thank you.
Yeah. And remember I said, you know, keep that chin up. Keep
I
that chin up,
know.
girl.
Thank you. That
You're
helps me a
welcome.
lot.
You're welcome. Mwah, mwah, mwah.
Thanks.
Miss Nefertina, Dr.
What's that say?
Nefertina.
Hello, hello. Yeah, this is an amazing opportunity to just, like you said, be you, to show up now in this season. The door is open. We just got to walk through it now. I'm really excited to be able to advocate for the family because we need it. The family is, is kind of like an afterthought. And we need to make sure that we are presenting the family for who we are. We're a unit. We're better together. We are better together. And so, in this season, as we are gearing up for Thanksgiving and being grateful and thankful and remembering those that have gone on before us, just remember each other. Remember your sister. Remember your brother. Remember your neighbor. And, spread that love. It's very important. So I'm really glad to have the opportunity to now stand with other families as I've always been, but in a different light. Women of Achievement allows us now to stand in a different light. And it's just got brighter. It just got brighter. So
Yay.
thank you, Marlena Martin, and thank you, my sister queens. I love you all. Thank you, Miss Alicia Couri, for allowing us this opportunity just to share today what Women of Achievement is doing for us, making me better.
Yes, Miss Ambassador Queen. And Marlena, I'm going to give you the floor for the final thoughts.
Well, our new saying is going to be, we are here to hear. That's the trademark saying that we're going to use. I think
Yes.
women just want to be heard. Can you hear me?
Yep.
Yes, can hear you.
Women want to be heard. And I set this up so that people would grow and make connection, whether everybody wins the big crown the first time out. There's a lot of connections that happen, friendships. We need support. Like Nefertina said, sometimes the marriages aren't always solid, but we have each other. Women are very powerful. They can really support each other. So this is a network. It's a platform to really get your message out and to be true to that, because you came to the planet to deliver a message that's uniquely yours, that you can do better than anybody else. So that's what the world is waiting for. I have a saying up here on my desk. Don't ask yourself what the world needs. Ask yourself what you love, because when you do what you love, the world will need it. Do you love that?
I
Yes.
like that.
I love that.
You like that?
Yeah.
Thank you so much for that, for those words of wisdom, Marlena.
We need to be thankful. Let's be thankful this season.
Yes, it's Thanksgiving week. So, yes, we are
Thank you.
highlighting that. And I do want to also share this book because Marlena's on it, Nefertina's in it, I'm in it. It's Rise Up Women Who Lead, Building Legacy. And Dr. Nefertina was the spearhead of this compilation, this
Thank you.
anthology of 33 women. So you can go to Amazon and purchase that book now. Go to Amazon, or you can go, I think my link tree, you can go to it's linktr.ee/ what is it? A Couri. That's what it is. A Couri. And you can find that book. And you can also find my other book. This is Age with Audacious Confidence. Yep, that's my book. You can go and find that also on that Linktree link. It's also on Amazon. Age with Audacious Confidence. That's my book. And I really want to thank you, ladies, for taking the time. I know it was last minute and just jumping on for this impromptu show, because I really believe that the message of love my body, love myself was on full display this past weekend. That people were stepping out with self-love, they were showing up for themselves, and they were supporting each other. And this pageant is not about your size. In fact, Marlena, we didn't even get to tell all the different pageants you have, but it's not about your size. It's not about whether you're pretty enough or whether you're tall and thin enough. It's come as you are. Everybody's welcome. There's a place for everyone in this pageant system. So, Marlene, I'm going to allow you again to come back on and talk about the different systems for women available that they can compete in. And well, go ahead.
So I have a new curvaceous system. We just launched it, and we had our first 3 queens in September for size 14 and up. And so it's all the same as Woman of Achievement, but for our ladies who tell me, I don't know, I'm not pageant shape, I'm not a size 4, not a size 6, fine, do curvaceous 14 and up. I'd have to be in curvaceous right now if I did it. So we've got that. See the evening gowns behind there, all the evening gowns. Okay.
Cool.
And then we have the international pageant where you can represent your culture or your heritage, and you come out in a heritage outfit and you share some wisdom, but then you still have the platform table, all of that. So I have all of that. And then I have
You just launched
launched the Ms. US and Ms. Elite US. Now that's a traditional pageant. So that's going to be evening gown, fitness, interview, and final question based on platform, but it's much more traditional glamour, high glamour, traditional pageant. So those are the 4: international, Curvaceous, the Woman of Achievement Nationals, which right now is my biggest, and then the new one, which is Ms. US and Ms. Elite US. There's no Mrs. It's just you can be a Mrs. or a Ms. It doesn't matter. There's just 2 titles in that one.
All right. So all of you, if you were in one, you can be in the other, or the other, and the one, and you can just win
You can
multiple
pick your
titles.
pageant. Yeah, that's right. We've had people win in two different. Jennifer Hockaday is doing international next. I
Nice.
can't get rid of them. They like doing
They
it.
love competing in your pageant system, Marlena. Well, I
That's it.
thank you all so much for driving wherever you were driving to come here and be here and take the time to chat with us about pageants. And it's really an eye-opening experience. It's been eye-opening for me because even Marlena on Monday morning we were talking and you were telling me different things. I'm like, I don't know. I've never been in pageants before. I don't know these things. You guys have to tell me these things because I don't know what I'm doing up here. just, I just show up. So show up for yourself, love your body, love yourself. I want to say happy Thanksgiving to everyone and just remind you really quickly as we close, if you would like to be a part of this movement, Love My Body, Love Myself, please join our Facebook community. It's facebook.com/groups/LMBLM. Every Tuesday night at 6 p.m. we have a show. Um, uh, my next guest next week, she's going to be talking about how she went through a very, very, very difficult divorce where, I mean, her story is remarkable. Her whole town was against her. Whole town turned against her and she did nothing. She did nothing wrong and the whole town turned against her. So her story is really remarkable and how she was able to overcome all of that. Also, go ahead and check out womanofachievement.com. You can nominate yourself or nominate someone else to be in the pageant. Please subscribe to our YouTube channel. It's youtube.com/c/Alicia Couri. And if you want to connect with me, go to alicias360.com, alicia360.com, and connect with me on all social media platforms as well. You can check out my websites on that platform, and you can also save my contact information. You can message me, email me, however you want to contact me. You can contact me on that 360 site, so alicia360.com. This show was sponsored by let me find my sponsored by Alicia Couri Inc. and produced by Red Carpet CEO. It was also sponsored by Dare to Lead with Linda, and her program is called Awaken the Leader. And that website again is Awaken the Leader. Sorry, it's bit.ly/ATL 2021-2. So go check that out. Now that I've said all of that, I'm going to catch my breath and just say thank you again to my guests. It was wonderful having you on. And I will see you guys next week for another episode of Love My Body, Love Myself. Please enjoy your Thanksgiving. Have a safe, happy Thanksgiving, and I'll see you next time. Mwah.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Bye.
Thank you.
What's happening?